What are kind of some of the challenges that you've faced getting Pablo up and running since it was conceptualized?
Oh God, all of them. All of the challenges happened. What sort of sets Pablo apart, or at least what myself and Natasha tried to build into Pablo to set it apart, was a more relaxed atmosphere. Both of us came up in cocktail bars that were open in a period where cocktails sort of felt a need to re-legitimize themselves. A lot of like kind of first wave cocktail bars we're really trying to push back against that sort of like 1980s, 1990s idea of cocktails where it was like really fruity, really sugary, not made with great ingredients, not made using like fresh juices or anything. That kind of like Tom Cruise cocktail vibe of bar. And because the public had this very specific idea of what a cocktail bar was, when bartenders started treating them seriously again, they kind of, I feel like, had this attitude where they had to be like deadly serious about it. So there were, you know, you have these bars that are putting up like house rules where it's like, we don't make Cosmos, like we don't do Caesars, like. And Natasha and I put in enough time in bars like that eventually it's just like, it's just a bar. Just look after the guests, serve them what they want, let's have fun. It doesn't need to be that serious. So we tried to take that era of cocktail bars that was generally pretty maligned in like the 80s and 90s and do it well and make it fun. When we put together the menu for Pablo, we wanted our first menu to be very much a statement of the bar's philosophy, and put forward the idea, like we took basically 10 of the kind of worst drinks that we could think of, or drinks that generally have been made really badly for a long period of time, and show why they're great. Yeah, we have a stinger on there, but it's a delicious version of that drink. We have a porn star martini on there, but if you make that drink properly, it's incredible. We have a rusty nail on there because it's one of my absolute favorites, but we're doing it at a very high level. So it's taking these drinks that have been made badly for like 20 years and showing that that drink can be delicious. The first drink that we came up with when we even started workshopping the idea for this bar was the Mr. Flamingo. It's super approachable, it's super crushable. It comes out looking just like this like crazy like sunset pink. So using a flavored tequila, two kind of ubiquitous sweet liqueurs, Aperol and Saint Germain, and lime juice. Like it follows kind of the build of a modern cocktail, whether that's like the Paper Plane or the Naked and Famous, like, you know, really incredible modern classic cocktails, but using ingredients that might not always be something that bartenders would reach for. I guess my philosophy as a bartender can be summed up with just the idea that I'm here to serve people, not here to serve drinks. So my role here is to ensure that every guest that walks in feels comfortable, receives the experience that they need to receive and that they want to receive, and that they leave satisfied. Whether that means I'm opening a beer or pouring a glass of wine or making a cocktail or listening to them, that's what my role is. At the end of the day, making the cocktail is kind of the least important thing that I do behind the bar. This is supposed to be the kind of bar where if you want something like a Cosmo or espresso martini, Caesar, whatever, like come in, we'll make it for you, we'll make it as well as we can, but we're just happy to have you sit at the bar.